Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Here are my 11 tips for starting your fitness journey when you are lazy. Today we are going to talk about something that is very exciting, and it is starting your fitness journey. Let me tell you, these tips are the first things that have ever gotten me to actually stick to a fitness journey. Stick around because every single one of these are so helpful, and honestly the last one is truly the one that has helped me to keep showing up every single day. Number one is acknowledging where you are. You've probably heard it in therapy. The first step is admitting it. I had to admit that I wasn't where I wanted to be. Take a really good look with where I am and be honest with myself. Wherever you are right now, just coming to an acceptance, recognition of this is where I am. This is my starting point. Wherever that is, I'm just happy you're here, and I'm so proud of you for clicking on this video because it shows an acknowledgement of, hey, I am not maybe exactly where I want to be, and I want to get better. I want to improve. Don't give up. Don't leave yet, because we're going to work on some things today, and today is going to be your starting point. Even if you don't exercise today, even if it's just in here, we're going to move forward today. Step number 2. This one might be controversial. Me being someone who was lazy, starting my fitness journey, I think this would have rubbed me the wrong way, but that's a great thing, because if you're willing to do step 1 and just accept and say, hey, this is where I'm at and I want to get better, I think you can accept this one too. Make fitness your life, not just a side thing. A huge mistake I see people doing with fitness is treating it like a side hustle. Just something where you want to get in and out of the gym quickly and just do it occasionally and when it's convenient, when you have time. Eating healthy, going to the gym when you feel like it. But let me tell you, for it to really work, you have to make it part of your life. Fitness has to become part of your identity. It can't just be something that you do when it's convenient. And I want to be a little bit more clear about this. This isn't meant to say like you need to become a gym bro and you need to talk about fitness all the time and you need to wear the tiny sports bra and the biker shorts and be unapproachable to people at the gym. Like, it doesn't mean as like stuffy and stuck up as it sounds. It's more about fitness became my life because I want to live a long, healthy life for my future children, for my brothers, for my husband. I want to live a good, healthy life for me. I want to be in my 70s, my 80s, and be one of those people you see that you're just like, oh my gosh, I had no idea they were 80. They look so great. Oh my gosh, she has muscles and she's 68. Like, I want these things for myself, not just so other people can praise me for it, but for me, that reflection that I work so hard, and not for a medal, not for a prize, but for how it feels internally, like to feel that power in my life and in my mind of like, wow, I am waking up and I'm committing to myself every day. I want that for my life. That is what making fitness my life meant to me. It needs to become personal to you, because I feel like all of these things, you could easily go through the motions of this and hear it and be like, yeah, sure, I want to live long, but make that personal to you. What does that mean? Number 3, have a plan. Don't leave me on this one. I mean, a workout plan, something. You could literally go on ChatGPT and look up workout plans. You don't have to have a personal trainer. You can't go in blind. At first, I just showed up to the gym, did whatever, usually just did whatever machines, didn't look too scary. After a while, I realized I wasn't really going anywhere. Then when I decided to use the Beastly app, obviously not sponsored, it gave me a structure and clarity. And I think if you're maybe new to going to the gym, or it's been a while, you're re-entering your fitness journey, this made it feel more manageable for me. Having a plan really helped me track my progress because I'm using an app, so I was able to see what weights I was lifting and if I'm progressing, and just kind of seeing, like, it's cool to see how your body is able to handle more and more weight. 4, get support. So I'm a married woman. So for me, I'm just gonna say having your spouse on board is so important. And I'm gonna say this as being the spouse that was not on board with a fitness journey. My husband was on a fitness journey a couple years ago, and he's always been better at being consistent with the gym than I have. And every time that he has been consistent with the gym, I feel like I've been a little bit like annoyed, because I'm like, why aren't you hanging out with me? Like, you're gonna go to the gym for 2 hours. Like, it was like a nuisance to my day, to my life. But if I had have just like been able to get on board And if maybe you're someone who's like the one that's having a hard time getting into fitness, like try your best to understand where your partner is coming from and get on the same page and figure out how can we do this together. Like I encourage you both to get healthy together and come up with your why together and embark on this journey. It's so much better when you do it together when you're married. I don't know, with dating and stuff, it's kind of tough because I don't know, like whether you live together or not, like it's so much easier when you're in a marriage and you have a like-minded plan and you're in the same house and you have to make these goals and adjustments of your life together. So I would recommend that. And if you are the one who's wanting to start a fitness journey and your partner is not on that same wavelength, like I would just talk to them and let them know like why, like let them know, hey, this is really important to me. I've been struggling with depression, anxiety, and exercise is going to help me. It's going to help me to be a better spouse. It's going to help me to love myself more and then in turn love you more. And just maybe explain to them, level with them, because I think even if my husband had explained to me a little bit more of the why, I could have been a little bit more understanding. Your family, your friends, like let your friends know, hey, this is what I'm doing. Like I'm going to be doing this workout plan. I'm going to be whatever. Like maybe some of your friends, your family would want to join you. So having support would be awesome. 5, focus on longevity. I remind myself that 1 month of working out was not enough. Multiple times. How many times did I start a fitness journey and quit after a month because I started to feel a little bit thinner and then I was like, cool, I've killed it, I'm done, and I've like stopped and just gotten complacent. A lot of people make the mistake that after a couple weeks of working out, they should see these massive results. But here's the thing, fitness is a long-term commitment. I had to stay consistent, even if I wasn't seeing drastic changes immediately. It's all about playing the long game. Also, I have my phone here with my notes, so that's how you know it's serious. Fitness is a journey, not a destination. This is your lifelong journey. You want to be healthy, right? You want to be fit. You want to be able to run with your kids. You want to be able to run with your grandkids, your great grandkids, okay? So this is a journey. You're not reaching a point where you're done and you've achieved it all. This is for your long-term health and for a happy, healthy, depression, anxiety-free life. Number 6, positive/motivating self-talk. Don't leave. This is not a hippy-dippy mindset conversation. This is important because this is me mentally coaching myself. I am my own personal trainer, my own motivational speaker in my mind, okay? So listen to this because this really helped me. One of the things I struggled with early on was both negative self-talk and overly positive self-talk, but like toxic positive. I would say, oh my gosh, like I'm seeing my abs, I'm seeing my leg muscles. Like I don't really have to work as hard. That was my toxic positive self-talk. And so I would start to get complacent and not work as hard. So we don't want that, but we also don't want negative self-talk. Like how could you seriously not be committed to the gym yet? How could you seriously not, how could you have let yourself get this far into a rut, into a bad place? How could you have let yourself gain this much weight? We're cutting that. Genetically in a bad place. My parents are fat, so I can be fat. I'm not going to change. I can't change. We're stopping all these things. Dude, you might have genetic predispositions, but you can freaking do this. You can work hard and you can change your life. Like, cut the excuses. You can do this. And I think you kind of know it deep down in you, and you're just looking for reasons to take the easy way out. Positive and motivating self-talk. Example of motivating for me was at the times where I would look at myself and be like, oh, I'm starting to look really good. Like, I think maybe the thoughts of when I would start to get a little bit complacent, I would replace that with motivational. I would say, girl, you're doing so good and you're going to keep going because you're not completed, right? Like, we're not done. This is a journey and this is forever. We're not just exercising to look good. We are exercising to feel good. 7 is pick a diet and stick to it. Everyone hates diets. We all know. Diet is a sensitive word, but Regardless of whether you like it or not, you have a diet right now. Everyone has a diet, okay? The world tells you, like, just listen to your body. Sometimes you can't trust what your mind and your body are telling you to eat. I'm not telling you that you can't trust your mind and your body. And I'm also not a nutritionist. I'm not your doctor. So of course, do what you need to do. But I'm just saying this for me. I had this way of thinking about food where I was like, oh, I'm craving carbs. Like, I need to have McDonald's French fries. And once I've done that like 100 times over the last like 6 months, like that adds up. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I don't need the McDonald's fries. So there needs to be some limits here. It's okay to pick a diet and to stick to it. A lot of people do need to diet, and it's not, I think diet's got a bad name because of the diets that people were only drinking like a protein shake a day. That's not what we're talking about. Girl, I still try to get my freaking protein in. Like, your girl eats. Like, I'll have a ribeye. Like, yesterday I had a ribeye for dinner. Delicious. I had my animal-based ice cream that I made after that. Delicious. I had salmon for lunch. I had eggs and bacon for breakfast. Like, I'm eating non-processed foods and foods that give me life, and protein gives me life. There are a lot of foods out there that will give you death. I don't get too in depth with tracking my calories, but on the same app that I have my fitness plan, I also track my food. And if this is sensitive for you, of course, I don't want to disrupt any triggers you have as far as like eating disorder. It's good to get an idea. I need food. It fuels my life. It is fuel. It makes me happy. It makes me feel good. Gives me the energy to do what I need to do every single day. Number 8 is create a morning routine. A solid morning routine can set the tone for your whole day. Honestly, throughout my entire life, I've been the type of person who will literally create 12 to 20 alarms. It made me feel like crap, and I had no idea that this was literally wreaking so much havoc on my life. What Mel Robbins talks about in her podcast. And I know that's viral right now, but girl, she's onto something. Let me tell you. So this is what you do. This is what I do in the morning. I recommend this to you as a starting point. You set one alarm. You put your phone far away from you and you get up for that alarm and you don't get back into bed. You're going to make your bed and you're going to go into the bathroom and high five the mirror. Sounds really stupid, but there's all these statistics. Go watch Mel Robbins' podcast. I'm going to link it below. There's so many statistics in football with teams that high five the most in a season, that have the highest amount of high fives, are more likely to succeed because there's a sense of camaraderie. There's a sense of encouragement that is linked with that. I don't make up the statistics, okay? They just are what they are. High five yourself in the mirror. Then you're gonna walk up to your cute little kitchen and you're gonna have a cup of water and no coffee. You're not drinking coffee yet. You're gonna wait an hour after waking up to have your coffee, okay? Then you are going to walk outside in your PJs or whatever you wanna do, and you're going to just engage with the sun. I'm telling you to look directly into the sun, but you are going to let the sun hit your freaking eyeballs, okay, for 5 minutes. If it's cloudy or rainy, 10 to 15 minutes, because that's going to regulate your circadian rhythm, start your metabolism. It's just such a beautiful, incredible thing for your body, and it will wake you up. And I'll go outside and I'll walk for 10 to 15 minutes. Number 9 is hydrate. Hydrate. You must hydrate. This may sound so simple. Key to your performance in the gym. Just make a plan. Like in the morning, you have your 16 ounces of water, whatever it may be, chug that water, and then just keep doing that every hour. Number 10 is manage your time. Don't leave. This is important. I got things to say. This is going to help you. When you start your fitness journey, you'll quickly realize that you don't have as much time to scroll through social media, hang out with your friends, watch your favorite TV shows. You have to be intentional with your time. I had to cut out those type of distractions. And honestly, it sounds intense, but it's really not. I just decided to prioritize my fitness and going to the gym. So that was what I thought about first. It was my thought process of like, I'm definitely doing that when I get home after work. That's just what I'm doing. And so everything else fell second. Get back from the gym, if I had time, I'm like, oh yeah, I can hang out with a friend. Or, oh, Isaiah and I can sit down and watch our TV show, which we do every night. We have actually so much time for TV. Distractions have kind of fallen by the wayside because I'm not focusing on cutting out distractions as much as I'm just focusing on achieving my goals. Probably gonna make you a better friend and family member in the long run because you're going to feel confident and good about the choices you are making in your life. And it creates room to show up for other people when you're willing to actively show up for yourself every day. Number 11 is arguably the most important one. I think it's the most important one. So listen, this is so important, okay? Have a why. Keep referring back to it. For me, it was about fighting my health OCD on the couch, and I would ruminate, and I'm not going to get into all my thoughts, but I had all these mental health issues, and I would sit there and ruminate for hours and hours and hours. It was debilitating. It has lessened some of my debilitating rumination that I dealt with as a side effect of OCD. So for me, that was a huge reason why. I don't want to sit in my bed or lay on my couch for hours on end and worry about my health when I could be doing something about my body and my mind. This is going to help my body and my mind. That is a huge why. Why would I want to stop going to the gym and sacrificing time to better myself if it means that I'm not going to struggle as much with OCD, anxiety, and depression that comes along with that? Why would I quit? That is a huge why for me. Being healthier and setting a huge example for my loved ones. Setting an example of the fact that I care about myself. I want to set an example for my nieces and nephews one day, my cousins, my kids, my husband. I want to live a life that I am proud of, and I want to do that for people around me that I love in my life, that I want to show up for and be around for a long time. Looks are something that's going to come as a byproduct, and I'm definitely excited for that, to see the transformation and to see the outward reflection of how hard I've worked. But it's not my only why, because it's been my why in the past and it hasn't worked for me. I'm like, why does this matter to you? Why are you doing this? When you know why you're doing something, it's so much easier to overcome challenges. Thank you so much for listening. These are the things that help me to get started, and truly I will follow through with my goals. I am so determined, and these are the things that have helped me to become that way. Please leave in the comments below. I've decided to accept where I'm at and move forward from there, and accept that I'm going to work hard and get better every single day. Please let me know in the comments. I want to hear about you. I want to hear your story and your journey, and that if any of this impacted you in any way, please let me know. I hope these tips were so helpful to you, whether you're just starting this on your own, just looking for some motivation to keep going. Guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!